You are welcome to yet another episode of LFN What's Your Say? Your leading listening show, where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly. It has come to our notice that ever since the R. Kelly case started, with his arrest on July 11, 2019, everyone has been making money off him but himself. His legal issues have seen thousands of new videos posted online discussing the R. Kelly case, most of them sadly intended to demonize him. There has also been a sharp rise in revenues for his partners who manage streaming channels that host R. Kelly music videos. All these people are still making a killing off the R&B king, something he cannot do himself because of several reasons we all know by now. RCA, the Sony music label, dropped R. Kelly on January 18, 2019 amidst public pressure, and this meant no more revenue for the R&B king. On one regrettable afternoon, anti-Kelly activists who ran the Mute Kelly campaign flew a Cessna right over the RCA offices, carrying a message written on a banner demanding that the company drop the R&B king, as a form of social responsibility. Completely deplatformed, R. Kelly could not even afford a $100,000 bail when he was arrested. This was rather a harsh way to treat a person who is only suspected for a crime and has not been proved guilty by the courts of law. Nevertheless, this was done and R. Kelly was completely isolated, with almost no revenue source. Apparently, despite the hundreds of millions of dollars worth of R. Kelly music and Kelly-related streaming content, almost nothing is going into his own coffers. A perfect depiction of the unfair world we live in. It's hard to imagine that this is even possible. To have your works and name gaining everyone else but yourself. The music star has been completely deprived of any opportunity to make a living for himself. Even when fans decided to open a GoFundMe campaign to support him, the leading crowdfunding platform did not hesitate to close it indefinitely. I am not conversant with what the national constitution says about this, perhaps a lawyer should help guide us, but by what I see, it appears to me that when you have any criminal charges placed against you, you have completely no right to a livelihood. Correct me if I'm wrong. Meanwhile, the most irritating thing about jail is not being able to make choices and decisions for your own self. There is always someone to decide for you. The jail system decides what you eat, where you sleep, when you wake up, what you wear. And worse still, if you get the opportunity to work, they decide when you make money, and how you can spend it while on the inside. You are generally treated like a newborn who has completely no idea about life. You basically leave your entire social status on the outside when you go to prison. Critics who analyze the Mute R. Kelly campaign suggest that this was a total deprivation of the accused, that denied him the possibility of hiring the best lawyers in his right, something that could have enabled him put up a better defense. But what exactly is the primary intention when cutting off all financial sources a suspect may have towards trial? According to some analysts, it's to prevent the suspect from using the funds to influence the case. But another possibility is to make the suspect completely defenseless. A broke suspect will not have enough funds to afford quality legal services, and this can affect their chances of successful defense a great deal. According to Samantha, this is one perfect way society uses to disable their target. They will suffocate you and make you beg for help. By the time you get the chance to defend yourself, you are completely disenfranchised. R. Kelly didn't have much a chance after being in jail for 2 years with no trial. By the time the trial time came, he was already psychologically beaten. 2 years out of business and out of touch with his social contacts was enough time to break him down. According to Melanie, R. Kelly's financial issues started way back when he faced his first trial. So much money was lost between then and now. It has been 20 years filled with plenty of blackmail, people threatening to take the R&B king back to court, and these he has likely been compensating from time to time, eventually draining his coffers dry. I actually think R. Kelly may have felt relieved when he got arrested, as this presented a chance for him to beat all these allegations in court and hopefully get relief from all this blackmail he was living with. There is no way one can remain afloat financially in that kind of money-draining situation. And that is when the revenue was still coming in. The final blow with regard to R. Kelly's finances was the Mute R. Kelly campaign that saw him dropped by RCA Records, and several online streaming platforms. Demanding that R. Kelly survives this is like asking a fish to stay out of the path of a tsunami. On the other hand, R. Kelly-related channels and content still stream online because it is believed he may have had running contracts with distributors that were never linked to the case, and these are not to be interfered with. And now that R. Kelly is getting even more popular in jail, the streams are shooting upwards exponentially, making a lot more revenue for everyone else but the R&B king. It must feel so bad to make a name, and to make great music like he did, only to make others rich but yourself. According to Haley, unfortunately the day you become a star, you turn into a public asset. And that's why you are then called a celebrity. This however comes with a number of implications. You become a subject of public scrutiny, and people are able to make money off your fame, by writing news stories about you, and in many other ways possible. People will write so much good about you, but should you get involved in a scandal of any sort, some people whose target is only to sell news will be tempted to write ill about you. And that's how your downfall becomes their gain. You will be surprised to find that even some of the media houses you gave great interviews during your prime time will want to make money off your downfall, writing the worst stories about you. While R. Kelly was no exception. According to Phil, R. Kelly sabotaged his own career back in the 90s, when he decided to steer his relationship life in a direction that attracted public scrutiny. What he never realized at that time, was that we are always surrounded by enemies that make it their full-time job to look out for the slightest of mistakes we make, so they can use them to drag us down. And indeed he got caught between situations, and this caused him a lot of financial loss. It is at this point that his financial destiny was predetermined. And subsequently, he continued to lose money to this date. If you wish to take part in a live interview discussing any of these topics, let us know by sending an email to sashalfnmedia@gmail.com for scheduling. Thank you for watching today's video, a production of LFN Media, giving you another perspective of issues at hand. We make it our business to keep you updated with the truth amidst the cloud of lies the media wants you to believe. It is therefore important to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon and allow all notifications so that you don't miss out whenever we publish a new video.